What up, fish people? Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics. Well, guys, I figured I'd give you an update on this tank. If y'all know, this is the 300 gallon that we've had for a while. And it's currently having its first water change. I did a over 50%, but everybody's doing really well. I'm calling this the Land of the Lost reject tank. This is all the fish nobody wants, all in one ginormous tank. So down at the end, as you can see, I've got a nice little group of convicts, ornery little suckers. But the nice thing is, when they do have babies, they feed my Brycons, and the Brycons are happy. So I have a never-ending supply of Brycon food. And then in the middle there, you will see Mr. Troublemaker. This is a last of my breeding stock of dragon bloods. This is my one male that I got a lot of good brews out of. Great guy, but he was creating havoc in my Star Sapphire tank. I found out later he wasn't the culprit, but he still was locking lips with a few of them. So anyway, make a long story short, yes, this African cichlid is in here, along with some other Africans, which I'll show here in a moment. Up in here, she's still hanging out over there, is a big old nasty blue lip buffalo head cichlid. And then there should be another one that hangs down on this end. Yep, there he is. He hangs up in there. So I have them in here as well. And so far, everything's been working. I normally don't like to miss continents and lakes and whatnot, but I said, you know what? This is the outcast tank. It's not the greatest tank in the world. I was going to put it back here, but I'm actually now going to use that stand and probably move each 40 over, and that stand, I believe, will hold 340s. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Then we can put another 2 on the lower there. So then I can go 125s, 125s right there. And that will be the fish room. I'm really thinking about leaving this one lay right where she sits. Keep it on the ground. I like it being at eye level like this where I can see it good. I mean, I would like to get it a little bit off the ground, but I think I can get that accomplished with just 1, maybe 2 rows of cinder blocks, which I can then paint to Daniken colors. It'll look cool. That's what I'm thinking. Then Danny and I can turn that all into our 40 breeder and all of our plecos. In that tank, we got just tons of bristlenose breeding. That is our new colony of super whites. Over to here, we have Miss Drogonette, and down there I have a little pond. Then I have my shrimp tank there, and then this tank we will be breaking down. That's got our long fin panda guppies, and then there's a couple of super red females that I'm going to put with my other colony. I don't need to put any more in that tank. I've probably gotten 200 fry in the last 2 weeks. Anyway, but we're going to concentrate on my 300 gallon here. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with these Brycons, they are amazing fish. They're little cousins to the Dorado. Max length in the right conditions, they can get up to 18 inches. So if they are like anything else in my house, they always seem to get up to length, are most likely going to need a very large swimming pool at some point. But I'm patient and will make it happen for them if it gets to there. But they've grown a good 4 inches since I've gotten them. I could sit down here for hours, guys, and just watch these fish are so hypnotizing, man. This is what they do all day long. Just perfect little figure 8s, cruise around. Sometimes they go fast, sometimes they go slow. Isn't that peaceful? And as you can see, I've been filling, I kid you not, for a good 20 minutes, and I bet you I've only seen that water raise 2 inches. So filling this bad boy is going to be fun. And I think the convicts actually work in this tank with us. All that silver, and then we got bright red fish, couple of pale blue fish, and then we got some striped convicts. I think they offset everything nice. I do plan that down the road, there's probably going to be a couple of larger catfish I'm going to put in here. I've got a couple of Decorus upstairs that I think would find the 300 platform a little nicer. And I'm considering putting those 2 big lace cats in here too. Just so the more foraging fish, the better, just to clean up after these pigs. Although I will say the convicts and the cichlids I put in here do a pretty good job. I don't have a lot of food hitting the ground at the moment. I do have one common pleco in here right now too. And she'll probably get a friend here soon. I've got plenty of those throughout the fish house. Matter of fact, I might take the 2-footer out of the 135 behind me, because that 2-footer would probably love this platform. But I'm telling you guys, if you ever make it to the Daniken house, pull up a blanket, couple of pillows, crash right here on this floor and just watch these fish for an hour. I'm telling you, it'll take 10 years worth of stress off you in 1 minute, man. And Danny and I are going to start spotlighting our tanks more for you guys. We might take turns. Danny has been doing shorts of late, which is a start. She's getting back into doing some videos, which I'm cool with. Look at that dragon blood. Isn't he stunning? I mean, one side of me wants to get him a couple of females, maybe do one more round, but dragon bloods, I mean, they are a super hit or miss. I mean, you got to get on while the yawns on, and it goes away almost as fast as you start the breeding project. Because only so many people want to house these. They are nasty little devils. They do like to fight. And you can tell this one has many battle wounds. He is a true albino dragon blood. As you can see, he's got the pink eyes. He's always had an attitude. He even would bite me when I'd clean his tank. He's just a jerk. But these Brycons, for some reason, are keeping him pretty... He's been pretty chill since he's been in this tank. I don't know if it's because everybody's beefy right there with him or what, but... I mean, they give him respect. As you can see, they're getting along. He's not nipping at him or anything. And the Brycons seem to respect him, and he respects them. So far, everything, knock on wood, is going well. I mean, I've got 2 big jerks in these buffalo. But they're, you know, their territory, from what I've seen, I've only seen them wanting to protect maybe a foot in diameter. And then if you look in the middle of there's my Brycon food. Look at there. They just had another batch. And the Brycons do get them. They had a batch about 3 weeks ago, and within a week I didn't see any more babies. Well, it's because these babies are stupid too. See them coming out in the middle? Brycons come by, they just swoop them up real quick. That buffalo head will eat them too. Actually, as far as that goes, the dragon blood would too. That's not good for them. I don't want them to get too much meat in them, but that's why I put the convicts in here. I knew I was going to need a food source for these guys. And they'd be feeder fish that were grown in my tank, and I know it's taken care of and they're good, clean fish. And a couple here or there will probably survive. There's always the ones that are smarter and wiser than the rest, and they make it work. Anyway, guys, just thought we'd give you an update. That still looks like I got me about 15 more minutes. I won't torture you all with that, though. So as always, love your fish. Be looking for more videos down the road. And if you like live streams, Daddy and I live stream every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Peace.